listen to me now.
Everybody's watching her, but she's looking at
Good evening, labs. I miss you. We were tasked to ask our trainee a few questions, and as my trainee, I would like to ask for some of your free time to answer these questions regarding on your current state and your overall experience so far. Is it okay with you?
Good evening, loves. It's my free time now and ready to answer your questions. Let's begin.
Yay! Thanks, labs. So, for the first question, where are you now in your life? How did you get there?
I am now in a point in my life wherein I have this need to prove to myself that I too can be independent and self-sufficient as I transition in early adulthood. I get to this point as a result of my experiences from planned sudden shifts in our family financial stability as affected by the pandemic to daily stressors which include my tendency to overthink and feel anxious quite easily.
Same goes here, labs. Pero sige lang, laban nagyapon na. So, for the next question, what do you like about yourself, your body? What you do not like?
My body does so much for me, the reason why I believe that it also deserves to be loved and cared for. Despite my imperfections, it still functions the way it needs to and strives to maintain equilibrium within itself while striving to survive at the same time. However, one of the things I don't like about it is my belly rolls. You know, a common thing chubby women dislikes about themselves.
What do you expect ato, labs da? Sorry for that question. Seems that you feel uncomfortable since you got to reminisce those bad moments. Let's proceed. For the next question, what is it about your mind and body that you're unhappy with that could be positively affected by exercising regularly?
Okay lang, loves, kay tungod na sad ato kay negro ko. So, going back to the questions, these days I haven't noticed that I easily feel overwhelmed and anxious, which leads me to be physically and mentally drained. After self-reflective assessment, I have come to the conclusion that some of the main contributors for these feelings I have are stress, overthinking, and a lack of physical activity. I believe that by exercising regularly, I can find relief from these feelings that I haven't been quite comfortable with, as exercising provides a sense of fulfillment that in turn uplifts one's mood.
Wow, maka-proud man, labs, uy. If given a chance to change anything, what is it and why?
At this point, I would like to change my mindset, as this is a major contributor to how I act and react. This also affects my performance, which is not only limited to an academic aspect, but also in other aspects of my life.
Rooting for you, labs. I know that it will be happening in the near future. What is going on in your life that would facilitate behavior change, inhibit it?
Currently, carrying a life that will facilitate behavior change includes the moments when I am able to observe new beneficial information, mainly the kind that leads me to reflect and realize certain things in life. On the other hand, something that inhibits it is my tendency to overthink and get anxious, which are things that I am currently working on and finding effective ways to manage.
That's good to hear, labs. So, where are you now in your physical activity level?
I am now in a stage of contemplation, as I am now giving an ample amount of time to think and weigh out what I have to gain and to lose if I am to engage in a certain physical activities.
Have you tried regular exercise before and failed to stick with it?
I have, and I could now infer that it was not from a lack of motivation and determination, but rather from a lack of self-discipline.
Patience is a virtue that loves mo ang salig lang. So currently, what do you estimate your potential to stick with an exercise program to be?
Currently, I am thinking of attempting to attain a sense of peace and love within myself.
Are you ready? Ready to try it? Would you really like to change, even if it means giving up on something you're accustomed to?
I believe that making lifestyle changes is always involved with one starts executing the steps to attain something in one way or another. As for me, I can say that I would have to adjust my meals to be in accordance with the fitness plan I will be following and to facilitate faster attainment of my fitness goals.
Agree ko nino, Labs. Do you think you can mobilize the mental strength if that is what you want or need to do?
I do, as I have also experienced and observed how my overall mood and headspace is affected after enough physical activity.
What has your previous experience with personal health behavior change been? Good? Bad? Some success? None? Will that help you this time around?
I have tried to implement a fitness plan last year, however, I was not able to stick to it. Upon recalling, I could say that I wasn't as insensitive to stressors at that time as I was able to somehow shake off the anxiousness and tension through the explosive movements involved in my routine. I could infer that this could help me this time around as I am dealing with being anxious on a daily basis and I'm quite struggling with it.
What can you learn from your experience that will help this time? Are you being realistic about this?
Having rest days is not optional, it's a must. I am able to say this because I have once pushed myself beyond my limits, which lead me to have sore muscles that lead me to be inactive again for about a week and always reset my progress. This loop was one of the things that made me inconsistent with my routine until I slacked off and completely stopped performing it.
Yes, chapter din na, Labs. Pero what is your self-image?
I am confident under my own skin. However, I would like to improve not only my appearance, but most importantly, the quality of my health, which is affected by my lifestyle.
Do you think of yourself as good-looking, attractive, not attractive, healthy, unhealthy?
I think of myself as a good looking, however, quite unhealthy as I have observed that although my weight could be in accordance to a healthy ratio with my height, my figure could show otherwise. As for being attractive, the way I think of myself in this aspect varies based on how I feel at the moment, what I wear, how I present myself, and my current headspace.
Yes, I love the confidence, Labs. Good to hear that. However, what do you see when you look in the mirror?
I see a young adult who is determined to make a change in her life's condition and situation by first focusing inwards.
That's my girl. What kinds of feelings do those images elicit?
I fear that those images elicit determination, motivation, confidence, and loved.
Nagdugo akong ilong. If you're planning to exercise to help in weight loss or simply to shape up a currently out of shape body, will you be able to use the fact that smaller size clothing now fits and that your waist is getting smaller as measures of success rather than scale weight, which might or might not change much even as you are redistributing the body mass?
I would be able to say that the ability to fit into the smaller sizes or clothing or having a smaller waist would fit into my references for measures of success as this line up with my goals. However, scale weight would also be another measurement to consider as I also aim to maintain my weight to be within the range considered as normal for my height.
Proud you kay ko nimo loves as in. Last na lang ang question, oh? Tara. And further, if you're going to exercise primarily for weight loss, is your true goal to become really thin rather than somewhat thinner?
I disagree with the goal of becoming really thin as I am aware that people have different body shapes and the rate at which are metabolized and catalyzed the food we intake also vary. Having a better figure in accordance to my body shape and normal body mass index or BMI would be ideal.
Yes. I agree with you, Labs. Pero to be honest, wala dyan ko ga-expect ka maun imong na-experience, no? Pero salamat kaayo sa pag-share sa imuhang lifestyle and all. Salamat kay sa time. God bless you and your family always. Rooting for you, future Radtech. See you soonest!
Sis, maliit na bagay, love. Same to you. Hope you see you soon is laban future metex. Love lots!
Love you, loves!